You know, I see people sometimes will say to me something like, I'm a procrastinator and I need to stop. And, so I really need to stop procrastinating. They find it gets worse. And the reason why it gets worse is they've now labelled themselves as it.
Yeah.
I'm a procrastinator. So they're actually saying it and so becoming it even more. Why people perhaps don't necessarily take a leap of faith or commit to something which is outside of their comfort, I think it's probably because you're not guaranteed success.
If you could change one thing personally and professionally, what would it be?
Oh.
When you've been basically told, not literally, but your experience has told you, you know, you're locked up, you're incarcerated, you're in the most awful conditions, and you know your life hangs by a thread. You know, you get a sense that you have to somehow make life worthwhile afterwards.
Who has influenced you most in your life?
That's such a... I've never thought about that. If I'm honest, well, I am honest. If I squeeze it until the pips drop, as it were, I think my kids more than anybody.
We saw things like that. We saw people manage addictions. We saw people manage suicidal thoughts just through having space held for them, having a regular place to connect and talk and have someone listen. I'll have a class of 10, 11, 12-year-olds. And, you know, I'll be like, obviously, but I put my hand up. Does anyone struggle with anxiety, with overthinking, with catastrophizing, with insomnia? Every single hand goes up.
Yeah.
It is going to be a hard journey. And so I think that you can't be too precious about it. You can't, there's going to get bumps and bruises along the way. That's just part of that journey. So you have to just suck it up and be ready to listen and learn through the process. The valuation is not the success, right? It's just a process of raising capital. Somebody said, at this moment in time, we're putting a value on your company of this.
And with regards to public speaking, one thing that categorically works for me, it isn't about you.
Yes. If you speak from here and you completely own your message, you lose that fear. Because when you know that by sharing your story, you're going to change someone's life, even if it's, you know, slowly, people might watch you once, twice, 10 times. It might take a while for the penny to drop, but that's, if you remember, it's about the audience. Even if some people are criticising you, thinking, who on earth do you think you are sharing your story? You're not bothered about those because you're bothered about the ones that it is going to have an impact on.
And so attitude to success is really important as well. It's like, actually, is this the right success for me?
Definitely. Don't listen to what your family say, don't listen to what your closest people around you say. Actually believe in yourself that you can be whatever it is you want to be, and you'll be it. And that is the main catalyst of, from my personal opinion, everything. Because if you don't believe in yourself, why are you going to believe in me if I don't even believe in myself?
James St. James, who was an old club kid in New York, he said once on, I think, the Joan Rivers show or something, if you've got hunchback, just throw a little glitter on it, honey, and go dancing. And you know, I've kind of lived by that for a long time, really, even before.
That's amazing.
But it is good, isn't it?
I love that so much. Yeah.
And so, you know, I suppose obviously it was a difficult transition into that circumstance, but you know, I've never really had a problem in my body. I mean, and to be honest with you, the more you take off, the worse it gets. You know, like